Hello, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to Jay's Latest. I'm your host, Craig Borden, right here on Jay's Latest, presented by Cal Sheet. Lots going on. We're gonna have to get into this one and dive deep, as the Blue Jays obviously have been on a winning streakish kind of like thing, winning series and whatnot. And other than rainouts and whatnot, we are at 500. Who would have thought that? So, as we, look at the headline behind me and you read off the cheat sheet, we are going to talk about this wonderful gentleman, Ernie Clement, who is now the leading All Star Game vote getter at the moment. He has over 2 million votes. Go Blue Jays fans, because he needed to be rewarded. He's been doing great. He's one of the best second basemen in baseball right now. And obviously, last postseason had one of the best postseasons you can humanly have, as he is now currently the leading hit leader in all the postseason, or most hits in a postseason ever with Ernie Clement last year. And if Vlad wasn't doing what Vladdy did, I would have been very curious to see what the World Series MVP picture looked like if there was a certain ball that didn't get stuck in the outfield wall. So, sorry, too soon, too soon. But anyways, your leading All-Star vote getter is Ernie Clement. Right now, as far as the power rankings go for AL, NL second baseman, he is the best American League second baseman according to Yahoo Sports' position rankings, only to be eclipsed on the entire board by four gentlemen that play in the National League in Brandon Lau, Bryce Terang, Xavier Edwards, and Luis Arias. So, yeah, Ernie Clement having a very, very incredible, amazing good year. He is also currently the doubles leader in the American League in batting 292 and just doing everything the Blue Jays need him to. And then the other fun thing about this whole thing is people forget he's also been playing a lot of shortstop here and there with Andres Jimenez being in and out of the lineup due to injuries and all these other wonderful things. So Ernie has been the guy the Blue Jays needed, and it still kills me that he bats somewhere in the bottom of the lineup where you could use him as an igniter at the top of the lineup. What do I know? But anyway, good on you, Ernie, and good on you, Blue Jays fans, are continuing to vote for him. Voting for the American League and everything for the All Star game ends this Thursday at 2 o'clock ish, I think. So make sure you get your last minute votes in. See if you can get your friendship bracelet if you're a local in Toronto. Prove that you have five votes, and apparently you can turn them in and get a bracelet at the Dome. So good deal. Other notes, we have Luis Arise. Luis Arias. I was like, I know that didn't sound Arias. It's the massive second baseman hitter. Luis Urias is a former top prospect the Blue Jays just picked up. He is going to be at the team level right now because they did make the move right before the game. I assume this is because Ernie Clement has been dancing on the line of having a hip injury, and so has Andres Jimenez been here, there, everything too, as far as the health scales goes. This former top prospect has turned super utility slash journeyman, and can't hurt to have the Blue Jays. He just recently had a very, very good outing in AAA, batting 361, slashing 393, 546, so showing some pop as well. And to that point, like I said, you never know. Maybe it's the right coach. Maybe it's this thing or that thing. Maybe you have Ernie Clement 2.0 with Urias. So, um, yeah, who knows? But he is with the team. Unfortunately, the Blue Jays did have to make a move, obviously, to counter this, and it was to move Yohendrick Pinago back down to Buffalo. He has cooled off a little bit of late. The defense hasn't been where it needs to be, and there's only more outfield conundrums coming as Addison Barger is going to show what he can do, hopefully, here in the very near future as he continues to throw and get back to baseball activities down the spring training complex in Dunedin. So, moving right along, our wonderful sponsors, our friends at Kalshi, continue to do what they do here. And if you have not had a chance to check this out yet, we have a promo code for you. It's right here. But maybe I show you what it is first before you get into it. So today, here is the game for Shane Bieber to be coming back on the mound for the Blue Jays against the Houston Astros. And right now it is favored 55 to 45% for the Blue Jays to win. So if you wanted to click the Blue Jays here to win, you hit that guy right there. Off screen here, it shows the money part. But if you put $1 on the Blue Jays right now, it trades to $1.70. So there you go. That's obviously if they win. Tis what it is. It's a good deal. I also right now I'm going to go over to the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Washington Nationals. And if you go all the way down to player props, I like my strikeouts. Jesus Luzardo is good for a 5 spot, I think, today, pretty damn easily against the Washington Nationals. I'm going to see what 6 strikeouts looks like, and yeah, we're going to go with 6 strikeouts. So $1.61 in trade with strikeouts right there for Jesus Luzardo on this trade. Yeah, it's that simple. It's that easy. It's nice and fun. Gives you something a little extra to root for here in the game, and you can actually watch it like a stock ticker throughout the whole game too. That's kind of interesting. It's amazing how quick the market will change on these, but keep an eye on it and go from there, and you can see what you get into. But on Kalshi, you can trade for anything. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market. This is a predictive market, meaning there's no house, and as probabilities change, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use the promo code FANARCBaseball, all one word, FANARCBaseball, to get $10 when you trade $10. That is Kalshi, 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 trade on anything. So, how much fun did you guys have watching a torturous baseball game last night? Because that's what it felt like. So the Blue Jays end up squeaking this one out and having just enough offense. 3 sack flies lead to 3 runs, and then a monster Bama Jam from Kazuma Akamoto is all your scoring for the night. But the Blue Jays piecing everything together and staying ahead of this one. The Kazuma Akamoto home run was a 101 mile an hour, 388-foot shot. And he just continues to look like the best thing on the planet. The power is real. And this one, like I said, it was a huge blast, but it didn't look like it like off his bat. Very effortless through the zone. Really cool stuff to see as Akamoto continues to do great things. Bases loaded. That same following inning in the 4th, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. comes back up to the plate with the bases loaded, and he sack flies Andres Jimenez in. There's a trend that you'll notice here outside of the Astros turning around and getting a couple runs. Miles Straw, same thing. More guys on base, gets a sack fly, drives in Dalton Varsho. And then the cherry on top, Alejandro Kirk in the 8th inning puts in George Springer on a sacrifice fly as well. Springer motoring from third to get in on that play. The biggest catch on this whole thing is, regardless of the fact that the Blue Jays were able to cash in on those opportunities for sack flies, it was another night in which the Blue Jays just could not come up with that clutch hit outside of those sack flies. 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Once again, the trend is real. They got to find a way to translate these guys, but they got plenty of hits last night. 11 hits against a very, very, very good pitcher in Hunter Brown. They got him pretty good and kept that pitch count climbing really quickly for a guy that just joined the team after the injured list. 3 innings of work for Hunter, and 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and allows the home run to Kazuma. So, countering, Dylan Cease, what a performance. Unfortunately, a Jose Altuve hit in late innings. Weird little bloop opposite field single for that little jerk. Oh, sorry, cheater. 5 2/3 for Dylan Cease. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts as he just misses his opportunity to get another win last night. Brendan Fisher ends up picking up his 3rd win of the season with a 4 outs during the inning. 1 1/3 from him. No hits, no walks, no strikeouts. All of the above. Tyler Rogers comes in, picks up a hold, but wow, did he have enough little scattered around hits that put everybody on their seat, and then gets a key double play. 1 inning of work for him, 2 hits with 1 walk, gets the bases loaded and wiggles out of it. And then, of course, the committee, Louie Varland, picks up his 16th save of the season. He now has a minuscule .84 ERA after that 1 inning of work as he slams the door shut for the Blue Jays to win and get to 500. Yes, you heard me. We are at 500, 39-39, technically in a playoff spot. All the above. So it just feels like things went right for the Blue Jays. So hopefully that continues to roll as the Blue Jays put Shane Bieber back on the mound tonight. Bieber has struggled in his rehab starts. Obviously, there is a how should I put this, level of motivation that will come with being on the big league mound versus the minors, and whatever he might have been trying those evenings might be what it was. So Blue Jays getting him a little earlier than they did last season, as he was obviously acquired at the trade deadline last season. Gets in 40 innings for the Blue Jays last year, and then obviously all the wonderful fun that he did in the postseason. It was a little rough to watch the last piece of the times he was on the mound, but he has an opportunity here to go and cruise with the Blue Jays and lift some heavy weight here for the Blue Jays as they continue to move forward here, hopefully in the standings. So we're at 500. You got Bieber on the mound. He is a career wonderful pitcher through almost 900 innings at this point. He's just shy of 1,000 strikeouts, so there's a little milestone watch for you. And he is going to be facing Peter Lambert tonight against the Blue Jays. Lambert has been pretty good over his last few starts. He's allowed 3 earned runs collectively against starts against the LA Angels and the Detroit Tigers. 5 and 6 strikeouts in those outings. So there is a chance the Blue Jays could take advantage of getting on Lambert, the 29-year-old righty, today and seeing what they can do. But they have to keep doing what they did last night, where they're just getting runners on base and hopefully moving them around the bases just a little bit more efficiently than they were last night. So that's what we got, Blue Jays fans. Got a couple of shameless self-promotions for you here at the end of the show. Tonight on Whatnot, head over and check it out. We are having our first episode of Cardboard Archaeology. It is going to be a fun time. We are going to be giving away a bunch of sports stuff tonight on the show as we create a buzz for a wonderful card shop that we are actually going to be going through the inventory through. And we have found a Grail card already in that inventory, and we're going to be opening up the rest of it live, like a pack break, on Whatnot. That is Cardboard Archaeology. And then tune in for the Jaybird Watching podcast tomorrow as we have comedian Jason Allen joining us to talk all things Toronto Blue Jays. So go Blue Jays. Talk to you soon. And hopefully we get a knock on desk, a wonderful performance tonight from Shane, not Justin Bieber. Cheers, everybody, and go Blue Jays.